Welcome back to Behind the Bands, a place to take a look at and get to know bands from around your area. I'm your host, Peyton Alley, and I'm here with the Zane Grimes Band. Now let's take a look at their cover of Turn the Page.
Long lonesome highway, just east of Omaha. Listen to the engine moan, out is one lost soul. Think about the woman burning tonight. Thought we'll soon be wondering the way they always do. Around in 16 hours, there's nothing much to do. It don't feel much like riding. Wish the trip was through. Here I am on the road again. There I am up on the stage. Here I go, things out again. Here I go, just turn the page. Walked into this restaurant, strung out from the road. Feel the eyes upon you, shaking on the road. Then it doesn't bother you, you just want to explode. Most times you can't hear them talk. Other times you can. Same old cliches. Woman isn't male. Always seem outnumbered. Don't them make us stay. Here I am on the road again. There I am up on stage. Here I roam, place start again. Here I roam, turn the page.
That was Turn the Page. Thank you all for joining us on this show. Could we start by getting your names and what you play?
Yeah, I'm Zane Grimes. I do lead vocals and rhythm guitar.
I'm Cannon Hughes. I play drums.
I'm Cooper Duckworth. I play lead guitar.
I'm Caleb Miller. I do bass primarily, a little bit of vocals and some harmonica here and there.
Okay. All right, so just starting out, how'd you guys start writing music and when did you start becoming a band?
We became a band in late 2021. Minus Caleb, actually, at this point, it was all three of us, me, Caleb, and Cannon. We had another band I played in, and we were graciously given, after that band dismembered, the last few gigs of the year. So it was up to me to call somebody. I went to high school with Cooper. I knew he played guitar very, very well, so called him up. we actually did a couple shows together, and we loved it. So then we
nice.
decided to really take a step forward, and we became part of the Zane Grimes band. Ever since then, we've been very blessed, played a lot of shows together, and I think that's kind of where it started a little bit.
Oh yeah.
And when you started out, were you doing just covers, or were you starting out writing music as you started?
A lot of covers, and then when we got together after, primarily we had those shows to take care of. So of course we got our set list down. They were a cover band show, and then Cooper got with me, and we did start to write stuff, and we really liked the way we meshed together. So that took off a lot, and we had a lot of fun. I mean, what was it? In high school, I remember we actually were in the cafeteria, and we did a show for most of our school with Mr. Keskemethi at the time at Joplin High School. So we were, I think, seniors in high school. We did a little show there, even before we even thought we were ever going to end up in a band together. So that was awesome.
So, I mean, that's awesome. I mean, did you know this is what you wanted to do as a kid, as a job? Is this what your plans were, or is this different?
I firmly believe it was. I mean, my grandpa and a lot of my family has always been musicians, always played live. I mean, you can talk a little bit about your dad as well. He's been a musician for a long time.
My dad was playing in a lot of bands in the area in the late 80s and early 90s and throughout the 90s. And he also owns a music store here in Joplin and for Big Don's Music City. And I've kind of always had music in my life, and it's just a part of me.
Yeah, same here. I mean, I grew up with my mom, who was a piano teacher when I was a kid. So, of course, she wanted my brothers and I to learn. She did give us a choice, which was really nice of her, which she told us that we could learn piano and be happy, or learn piano and be miserable.
Yeah.
So I did that, and eventually switched to the bass and a few other instruments, and ran into these guys along the way.
I'm kind of where you were. My mom was a piano player, and she wanted me to learn, but I'm like, no, I want to play the drum set. Where does that play in? And now I'm struggling through music theory, and I'm...
Yeah.
Well, when we meet, we were actually went to high school with his older brother, and I remember going over to their house, and I mean, this was before they even knew I played guitar. It was always in my free time. I was very young, 15, 16 years old, and he had a drum kit, and he would, work on his computer and make these beats, and all of a sudden we kind of started jamming together, and I knew when we started this band that he was the one to call. He showed up with flying colors. I mean, he
Happen to
lays
see
down
each
some
other out
beats.
and about,
And with you guys knowing that you're wanting to do this since you were a kid, is this more of a full-time thing, or is this more hobby / part-time?
I would say when it first started, of course, we all grow up and you get jobs, pay bills, and started playing music. And I don't think, I can't speak for everybody before that, but, starting in that other band, it took off very seriously. So it was, full time. Like, this is awesome, getting to play music. For a long time I did it, full time, which was awesome. And then, kind of growing up, we're very, very busy. I mean, it is definitely two jobs. You go to work and then you get off work to go to work again.
Yeah.
But the second job I love a whole lot more. I know that.
Okay, well, we'll be right back after this original song, My Angel.
Sniffing that cocaine, drinking whiskey to mask my pain. Fools society, they direct my brain. 7 nights, so I kill myself, sell my soul to the pits. That's when Zane walked in my life with a long black hair and big brown eyes. Didn't say goodbye. That girl had a car. This angel's love won't grip me tight. Don't think that he made us out, leaving her that night. she left me with, made her harm me to ever love again. That's when the angel walked into my life with a long black hair and big brown eyes, and I didn't even say goodbye. That girl had a company. Six angels love and grip me tight, and I don't feel like this. I'll leaving up that night, leaving up that night.
That was My Angel, an original song from the Zane Grimes Band. So when you're starting and you're writing music, where do you start? Vocals, chords, or do you just get inspiration from something and start jamming out and build it from there?
A lot of times with these songs that you guys are hearing today, they were written off of almost like a melody that I heard in my head that I really, really liked. Yeah. And then a lot of times writing poems down, things like that, having words to go along with. Musical inspiration comes from a lot of different things from everybody. So, I mean, we've got chord progressions that when we go to practice, we're like, we really like how that sounds. That's awesome. Everyone kind of has their own way of writing. Honestly, it's never, you know, cut and turn like this is exactly what we're doing. It's it kind of just, it comes in the moment almost. Yeah. And then you know, whether it's instrumentals or vocals, yeah. Caleb writes a whole lot of songs, and he's really good about finding those melodies. And you know, some of your, what are your processes exactly?
Yeah,
I've never really got to ask
I mean, I don't
either.
write really for us. I mean, we write a lot of our own parts for sure and things like that. But I do, for me, I always start with the chords. Just that's, I mean, I start on the piano or the guitar, and I figure out something maybe I haven't done in a while, and then from there we're talking melodies and lyrics. But like he said, I mean, there's definitely times when just sitting around the house there's a melody or there's a little lyric that I've written down, and that inspires the rest. So it all really depends on how you want to write it. Yeah.
I come with this idea, I guess.
Right, he comes with the idea.
We will give you the chords and the lyrics and stuff, and then we'll sit down at practice or something. I'll be like, hey guys, what do you think about this? And you know, whether it's one verse or just a chorus cut, and then at that point we have, you know, instead of one mind, you got four minds working on the same thing, and they're all kind of feeling that vibe of, you know, where we're going. And I mean, these guys are really good about picking up on, you know, putting their feelings into it, but also understanding, like, okay, I see the direction of the song. And, you know, of course, drums are a huge part of that, you know. I mean, they can pace things up really, really fast, heavy, or you can slowly jazz it up. So, same with lead guitar, you know. So it's all kind of four minds coming in at once and, you know, figuring that out together.
Are there any genres that you want to do that you haven't done, or are you comfortable and you just want to stay doing the ones that you're doing now?
We play a little bit of everything. We really try to cater. I mean, we are a band that goes out and we play originals as much as we can, but we love performing live. So we are not the band that is sitting cut and dry and just going to play all originals every time. You know, we are a cover band, so we get hired to play these places, and we want to bring the party, the dance, and the songs that everybody knows. So there's not a little bit of anything that we're not scared to play. We do try to, you know, kind of get into every little part of that culture. So whether it's 80s, 90s, 2000s, or even newer, we like playing it all. There's nothing that we really dislike, I don't think.
Yeah, and I think what you were saying is a lot of it is who's in the room, who are we playing to. One thing we like to do is learn a lot of songs, so we have plenty, and we can, if we feel like it's a rock crowd, you know, we take requests and things like that too, so we get an idea of what people are looking for, and so we might play more country if in a particular spot. So it all really depends on what we want and what's going to get things going. So
a lot of me goes back to 90s, and I really like the alternative rock. And then I kind of fell in love with this new country version. So that's kind of where you'll see, you know, with our songs that we just played, that dark country is kind of what we like to call it, because it's not necessarily twangy. It's got that heavy rock vibe to it, but it's got country lyrics and completely different. I think we were explained at Porch Fest actually this year that someone's like, I really like that dark country, and that's kind of opened our eyes. I was like, maybe that's what we have been writing this whole time. We had no clue. To us, we just thought it was kind of just a heavier style, but definitely 90s is where I started, and probably where my heart will always lie a little bit more.
It's like that grungy feel with some bluesy lyrics, you know, and then it kind of like almost old country lyrics with like a hard rock sound. It's pretty cool. It's fun playing.
All right, now we will be back after this cover of Tom Petty's Mary Jane's Last Dance.
So you never slow down and you never grow. Time's going up, time going down. Tired of myself, I'm tired of this town. Oh my mama, oh yeah. Gotta put on that party red. Buy me a drink, sing a gong, baby, gong, cause I can't stay alone. in her underwear, looking down from a hotel room, and I thought we'll be coming soon. So, oh my mama, oh hell yeah, gotta put on that bottle there. Took all the crowd when I walked along, even last number, I walked to the road. Last dance with Mary Jane, one more time to kill the pain. I feel summer creeping in, her days tired again.
And now we're back. And do you have any like examples of either your music or like any other music people would know that kind of fits that genre or that feel?
There's not very many that I would place under.
Yeah.
There's plenty of red dirt artists.
I would say maybe somebody like Co Wetzel is a really good example. We do a few of his
That could
songs,
be, yes.
and it definitely feels very similar to what you write. So I
Yeah.
think that's
I agree with that.
Yeah. And if someone was listening to your music, do you have any of your music that you would specify as this, like any names of the songs?
Yes, so Can't Trust 'Em is one of those that kind of clicked with that dark country. My Angel is a little bit more upbeat compared to, when we first started writing. That's actually one of the first songs we put out and available on all the platforms that we actually really worked hard on. And then Can't Trust 'Em kind of just came out of the blue. It was one of those real quick songs that we ended up all loving.
I love that one.
That one's fun to play, and a lot of people seem to like it. And it is a little bit of a darker song.
Do you have any gigs that you've played at that you have loved in the past?
Quite a few this year. We have been very blessed as a younger band being around that. We stayed very busy throughout 2023. We played a lot of big celebrations for, I would say, that's probably one of our favorite things to do when cities get together. Whether Joplin does their celebrations, Pittsburgh and Frontenac and Fort Scott as well. So we get to help celebrate for 4th of July or any of their big town days and things like that. That's probably one of our favorite things to do.
Yeah.
During the day, you got all kids, families welcome. I think a lot of times playing as a band around here, or even traveling, you kind of run into that where we don't get friends and family and the younger ones to be able to come watch us play, because a lot of times when we do play, it's 21 and up, we're playing these venues, and so it's really cool to play for close friends and family and have everybody welcome.
What demographic seems to like your music more that you've gotten like responses from or been told?
I would say it's pretty split. It just really depends on where we're at. So, I mean, like I said, when we go, we play places that, just like anywhere you go, you can we read the crowd. We have a set list that we'll go in with, and a lot of the times, I mean, you can have a crowd just because they got cowboy hats and, they want to line dance with you.
Yeah.
They really might like that hard rock because, we really just read the crowd. We'll go in with kind of a basic knowledge of what we're going to play. And then if we see lips moving and people dancing, we kind of just stick with that. So the set list could change throughout the night.
We're about to go into the year 2024. What do you guys expect for this year? Do you have things planned for it? What's going on?
We have some stuff already booked for 2024. We kind of start working on that about this time of year. We start booking out for our first at least half of next year. We're talking to the same people. We're going to get back at those same 4th of July celebrations. Everyone enjoyed us there. One thing I think we would really like to do is maybe venture out and travel a little bit. I know this year you know, me and my girlfriend, we were able to travel to North Carolina, and being a musician, of course I had to find somewhere just to get anywhere I could play. I didn't care what it was. And we had a blast. So I think this year, one aspiration would be to maybe get a little bit further out and try to get the whole band out somewhere a little bit further from home and see how we do. Playing locally is always fun. I mean, we have a pretty big range around the 4 states, but getting somewhere completely different and out of your element, I really want to see us do that. I think it'd be a blast.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a really interesting venture for you guys. And I mean, that should be very fun. And speaking of that, if someone sees this and wants to get a hold of you to book something, where can they reach you?
Of course. So we got Facebook, we have Instagram. Everything is under Zane Grimes Music. So you're able to contact us there. Email is the exact same. We also, if you want to listen to any of our originals, we have them on Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes. So they're able to listen to us in their car, you know, and give us a chance. And if they like what they hear, especially from this show, please come out to a show. And if they follow us on Facebook, we're very good about letting everyone know where we're at. It'd be awesome to see some of the people out.
Yeah. All right, well, thank you all for joining us. This has been an amazing interview. And now if any of you want to be featured on this show, you can reach us at our Facebook page, facebook.com/KGCSTV. I'm your host, Peyton Alley, and let's end this episode with a Zane Grimes original titled Can't Trust Them. Thank you for tuning in.
Him, the devil's not your friend. Sign this piece of paper, son. You can use my pen. One last thing he said, I need your soul. Feel the fire run through my veins. Lord can't help me now. Never be the same. Trials and tribulations of my true bed. I'm talking whiskey, the smoke. It's that sweet, stinky grace. For now, but I'll be back for more. One thing you can count on, me knocking on your door. No, you can't trust, devil's not your friend. Feel the fire run through my veins. Lord can't help me now. Never be the same. Trials and tribulations of my true best. I'm talking whiskey, the smoke. Is that sweet sting